Any Kanye fan that's been on the internet for more than 5 minutes can tell you by far the most infamous and highly sought after leak of all time is Can You Be by a wide margin. The song has had a rocky history, but we now know exactly where to find it after all this time.
I love leaky!
So before I get into who now is in possession of Can You Be, let's first go through a brief history of the song's development, as it'll make explaining the role Aiden Ross plays later on a whole lot simpler. Can You Be began its life while Kanye was working on the sequel to Yeezy, being called Never Let Me Go at the time, and was similar to a lot of other early Kanye songs containing some rough mumble singing. During the time period following Kanye linking up with Paul McCartney, but before he would take album development to Mexico, he put in a bit more work on Never Let Me Go, recording another rough vocal demo with slightly more discernible words, but still a shit ton of mumble.
Go, you never let me 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 go.
After this, Kanye had artist Kirby Lauren record 2 separate references for the song, with one of them having a date of June 12, 2014, so it's assumed that all versions of the track before this were done in May or June around the same time.
You never let me go, no, and I know it gets crazy and sometimes you have to try, but you never let me go and I won't ever ask you why.
After the Kirby references, Kanye would shelve Never Let Me Go, keeping it in the vault the entire time his 7th studio album was titled So Help Me God, only going back to the song once the album's concept had changed to Swish. On June 28, 2015, Kanye performed at the Glastonbury Music Festival and decided to bring Never Let Me Go back from the dead as Can You Be, playing the song backstage prior to his performance. The version of the song played backstage features a totally different instrumental and reference vocals from artist King Mez, showing that not only was the song being brought back, but it was getting some major reworks and on the fast track towards completion. Can You Be would be played again at a private listening party sometime after Glastonbury, still with the same King Mez and Kanye vocals, but this time with new production from Havoc. Following this, Kanye finally decided to actually finish the song, going back over his mumble lines and removing the King Mez reference vocals to essentially bring Can You Be to a release-ready state, still with the classic Havoc production. This solo Kanye finished vocals version of the song is the infamous version that was owned by huge unreleased music conglomerate Music Mafia. Back in early June of 2017, Music Mafia attempted a group buy for Can You Be, which would ultimately fail at a set price of 2 Bitcoin, which would have been worth just over $5,000 at the time.
Don't need college to say you the best. You the type of nigga shopping Uniqlo. Just found out my father-in-law unisex. Running out of money, running in the debt. Running from bill collectors, I ain't paid them yet.
The song's final iteration featured the same finished Kanye vocals and Havoc production, but was altered to include a brand new feature verse from Travis Scott. After this, Can You Be was put back in the vault and never touched again, and we wouldn't even know about this version of the song without Che Pope so graciously playing it during a live stream on October 23rd, 2020.
Stone-hearted, my love is cold-minded. Before we go, I got one question. Can you be?
Alright, so to sum things up, 2 Kanye references and 2 Kirby Lauren references were done in 2014, and then in the second half of 2015, we had a version with King Mez reference vocals, a finished solo Kanye version, and then a finished Kanye and Travis version. Fast forward to September 27, 2023, and Aiden Ross seems to have taken a liking to the song and decides he wants to purchase specifically the Kanye and Travis version of Can You Be, and so sends out a Discord message asking if anybody had it. Now, the last leakers to be in possession of the song were Music Mafia, but it seems that since they dissolved as a group, their solo Kanye version of Can You Be ended up in the hands of notorious leakers Shogani and King Bob, who notably shared a vault together. Shogani saw a massive money-making opportunity but realized he didn't have the Travis feature, and thus the only logical solution was to create an AI verse and slap it onto his official solo Kanye version. Shogani then took this Frankenstein Can You Be and sold it to Aiden for $200,000, claiming it was the real Kanye and Travis version previewed by Che Pope. Now, we only recently found this out because Aiden played a lot more of his version of the song on stream 2 nights ago and last night, giving us the first new snippets of Can You Be in literal years.
You deal with no matter how rich you get, and even more depending on the bitch you get. Word for my niggas getting married, seriously. Clear search history, ain't really gotta be that intense.
Shit, this song was 200K. Oh, con.
As of right now, there are only 3 people we know of in possession of Can You Be. One of them is in jail, one has a vault the size of the Titanic, and the other is simple-minded Aiden Ross, who just might end up playing the entire song for us or even leaking it at some point, so even knowing that he has a legit version of Can You Be is pretty insane to think about. In other news, we saw the first sign of life in days from Kanye and the Yeezy team, with 3 new pages being added to Yeezy.com for shelter, food, and sounds. The shelter and food pages both have text saying "in progress," while the sounds link directs to a blank page that definitely leaves a lot more questions than answers. We know Kanye kind of abandoned releasing Vultures 2 on the Yeezy app, so if he is still against streaming platforms, then dropping on the Yeezy.com sounds page would be the only real option left. And we know he's been working on food and shelter for a while now, so the big question is, are these concepts developed and ready enough to be pushed out to the public? Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and let me know down in the comments if you think the Yeezy Sounds page means we will be getting an album drop sooner rather than later.